welcome back to Up North at 4. When you were growing up, you probably had a coach of some sort, whether it be for soccer, basketball, or debate club. But how about now when you're older, for when you need coaching towards life? So joining us today is Stephanie Luter. She is an energy coach in Rhinelander. Stephanie's here to tell us about her job and also give some tips for people. Stephanie, how are you doing today?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for joining us today. So Stephanie, first of all, I just kind of want to ask you, what does a energy coach do?
I take a form of life coaching and combine it with Reiki energy healing to help people move forward that are stuck with things that are going on in their life.
All right, so maybe tell us about what kinds of things do you do in a normal day? Do you have maybe specific clients that you see on a daily basis?
I have one-on-one clients, and I also do a lot of coaching. My primary platform right now, from a technological standpoint, is Facebook, and I do daily trainings, I do weekly trainings, and then I do also virtual trainings on the weekends for longer durations.
Awesome. Stephanie, I'm just really curious here now. So we're talking about virtual meetings and, kind of even before COVID, that more of in-person being the norm. What skills does it take to be an energy coach? And also if you could expand upon that with maybe some additional skills or skills that you've developed for having more of a virtual leaning, if you could speak to that, please.
Sure. So I've taken 2 different types of Reiki energy healing, and I can teach that as well. But my typical day is usually the one-on-one coaching, but also the training that I do usually around 3 times a month. So the energy coaching is really intuitive. So I combine just reading the person's energetic field and coming up with some intuitive questions. Like to describe it as if the client and I are in a cave that's very dark, and I'm holding a flashlight and asking them curious questions about, could it be that? Or I'm curious about this, in terms of their, body language or their tone, or just maybe things that don't make sense that I'm just curious about. Because innately, everyone has an internal guidance system, and it's that guidance system that sometimes gets out of whack. And so I am holding space for them to help them really try to find that internal guidance system and be able to move forward on their terms. And when they're on their journey, they know exactly what they need to do to move forward. It's just me helping them get what that exactly is and finding that.
Now, speaking of COVID, I feel like a lot of people have definitely maybe changed their outlook on life, maybe are struggling a little bit more right now. What are some tips that you have for people?
Well, the biggest thing that we want to make sure that we're doing when we're overwhelmed is to just breathe. And I also encourage a technique called grounding, which is simply trying to rest your mind. And it's not necessarily always through typical things that you might hear like meditation or being quiet. It also can be doing something very actively to help settle your mind, affirmations, things of that nature. But when people are in crisis like that, the biggest thing that I feel that they can start with is just breathing. People have a tendency to hold their breath when they're stressed. So that is a huge relief to a lot of people that are just overwhelmed.
Awesome. I think those are some great ways that you mentioned for people to kind of just take a break on all of the chaos that's going around them right now. If people want to maybe get in contact with you to learn more about some of the programs or classes that you offer, how can they do that?
There's a couple different modes, but the easiest is to go on my website, which is stephanieluter.com. Pretty easy. And I have a calendar of events as well as a contact me page if people would like a one-on-one introduction and to see if my offerings meet where they're at on their journey.
Okay, thank you so much, Stephanie. It was awesome to hear more about what an energy coach does. So thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Up North at 4. I'm here with Libby. She is the general manager of Cotton and Birch store here in Eagle River. Libby, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. So I'm here to kind of ask you about some of the new trends you guys are seeing this spring. First, why don't you tell me about what we're standing in front of here?
Yeah, so this just arrived this week. All of our new furniture in store here. So kind of throughout the store, but here you'll see lots of neutrals. So tans, a lot of mid-century modern theme with the covered buttons, really cool designs with the wood and fabric combined. You have huge ottomans that are in store and just real simple tables. But again, the theme is definitely neutrals. So things that can go in anyone's house with any color palette.
And I see that's kind of similar to the clothing rack you have here. Tell me what kinds of, I know you guys just got a shipment in of new clothes.
Yeah.
What things are you seeing there?
So again, neutrals for sure, but definitely comfort. So like 2020, 2021 is all about comfort. So lots of matching sets, so like these tie-dye joggers and cropped sweatshirts. Again, you'll see a lot of cropped things throughout. So we have sweatshirts and joggers, then matching more of a summer top, t-shirt with matching shorts. Same thing goes with sweaters. So again, cropped but wide is what we're seeing a lot of. We have heard a lot about skinny jeans being on the way out. We are still carrying lots of skinny jeans. We think they're still cool, but we are seeing a lot more of just the wide leg. Not quite as skinny as we've seen in the past, but jeans are always popular here in the store. Also just cute tops. So for spring, lots of lightweight, kind of flowy tops, nothing real tight. And then again, going with comfort, one-piece sets, things that you can just throw on and walk out the door. So like this one-piece romper here with pockets, super cute, but super easy.
Yeah, I feel like all of these kind of the matching sets, really comfy, loose fitting, is really good for people because they're spending more time at home right now.
Absolutely. People aren't going out like they used to, so they want to be able to throw on elastic waist pants, really wide, comfy sweatshirts, and just feel comfortable everywhere they go.
And also, I know you guys are having a few other things coming up. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we're super excited. So this week we have our charcuterie class. It's at 6 p.m. on a Tuesday night, doing lots of different classes. We're going to be doing a macrame class, so teaching anyone that wants to come in how to make a macrame pot holder. And then we're going to be doing yoga classes as well. So our store has tons of windows, a great place to come and do yoga before the store opens. So those are to be determined and when those will happen, but very soon.
If people want to hear more information about that or eventually sign up, how can they do that?
Yeah, so you can definitely follow us on social media. So on Instagram, we're Cotton and Birch. And then on Facebook, same thing, Cotton and Birch. Otherwise, if they pop in the store, we'll always have it posted by the register of upcoming events.
All right, Libby, anything else you wanted to add?
No, thank you so much for coming in, and we're just excited for the spring weather and new spring clothes.
For sure. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Andy, what should people do this weekend in accordance with the weather?
Well, Morgan, it's going to be pretty nice this weekend. So breezy today. Tomorrow, it'll be pretty mild. Saturday, it will be a little breezy again. Though Saturday night, it'll be very calm, very mild outside. So a good night for a bonfire if you're careful. It's also dry outside, so there could be some fire concerns. But yeah, getting outside and hiking, and fires, anything. It's going to be nice out.
If you guys decide to have a fire, be safe, but we'll be back with more at 5.